Hey everyone, Pam Herman here. Wanted to give you a quick tutorial on the conversion tracker, which you heard Clay Stevens talk about last week on our training call. And so let's walk through this. It's a very, very simple Excel spreadsheet to navigate through, and I'm going to explain how some of these percentages work. This is a document I keep on my desktop at all times. It's open whenever I am open for business, and I use this consistently every single day in my business. I encourage you to do the same. If you do not have a copy of this spreadsheet, drop me an email, Pamela@theparagoneffect.com, and I will email one over to you. All the formulas are already set up in these cells. There's really just a few areas that you need to fill in, and it's going to tell you how effective you are in contacting and presenting, following up, and converting them into either customers or distributors. It's so cool to use this. Now, quite simply, what you're going to do is enter in the date that you connected with somebody, enter in their name, any contact information about maybe where you had met them. And when you contact an individual, I want you to place a 1 in each of these cells that you see here. That's what helps us calculate the formula at the bottom. So use the number 1, don't use X's, or zeros are fine, but don't use 2's. You wouldn't put a 2 if you followed up with them 2 times. You wouldn't put 5 if you followed up with them 5 times. Just use the number 1 for simplicity, okay? So enter in number 1 when you contact an individual. Now this particular person in this mock-up right here was not interested. They didn't have proper mindset for a presentation. So I put a 1 over here in the no. Okay. Now what I might do is, if I have a contact management system, and I know Juice Plus has a really good one, I would probably take this person's information, I would put them into that management tracker system and put a tickler in there to reach out to them in a couple of months and see how everything's going, just to reconnect and see if, again, if they have an openness to a presentation at that point. But for the purposes of this exercise, you just really want to track where it is that you're firing on all cylinders and where you need to go in and polish the rock a little bit. So as you enter 8 to 10 of these contacts per week, you're going to be tracking your conversion ratios. Okay, this is really key to business. Okay, you want to know where it is that you're effective and where it is where you are a little less proficient, where we need to go in and do some specific training. Okay, and it's particularly if you're a leader and you have people in your downline. So let's take a closer look. 9 people were contacted in this particular week. 7 were open to a presentation. So if you look at that, that's a conversion ratio of 77.78. I would round that up because I like to round up. That 78% of the people that I talked to in this mock-up were open to presenting. That tells me that I'm doing a pretty good job with my initial contact at getting them to have some curiosity about what it is that I do and the solution I can provide for them. Clay's recommendation is that this should be at least 60%. If it's less than 60%, that tells you there's some disconnect here in your contacting and what it is that you're asking people with high-yielding questions, or how good you are, how effective you are at getting them to be curious about your solution. Okay? The next number we're going to look at is follow-up. Now, Clay's recommendation is 90% of the people that you present to you should follow up with, and I'm a big believer in 100%. If you ask somebody in a presentation to take a specific action, if they're not ready to make a decision and you need to provide more information, then following up should be easy, easy, easy. And all it is just saying, hey, I'd like to get your feedback on that, the web walk that you just did, or the DVD presentation. Okay, it's that simple. You just want to get feedback. Answer questions, overcome objections. All that happens through the follow-up. Okay. Now, of the 6 people in the follow-up, 3 became a customer. Awesome. 50% of the people I presented to decided to purchase the products. And 2 of the 6 people that I talked to decided that they wanted to share the business opportunity and to drive some revenue to their purse. So that's a 33%. So if you look over here, of all the contacts, 44% said no and 33% said yes, I'm ready to take action. So that's a pretty good conversion ratio, especially when the industry average is 3%. This is 1/3 of the people I'm contacting are taking action. Industry average is 3. See how easy this is, you guys? So have fun with this. If you have any further questions, you know how to reach me. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.